Alright guys, this is the first video for your Unit 3 exam review. So number 1, the HIV virus does not show symptoms for a really long time. What is the virus doing during the time that the person is not experiencing symptoms? A, the virus prevents immune cells from reproducing. Well, why would it do that? The virus needs the cells to reproduce, so why would it prevent them from reproducing? That doesn't make sense. B, the virus uses a cell to produce copies of itself. Ooh, maybe. Sounds like something that a sneaky virus would do. The virus does cellular respiration. Anytime that you see words that we have not gone over, that's probably not the answer. We have not gone over cellular respiration, so that's not my answer. The virus prevents the immune system from functioning. If the person is not experiencing any symptoms, that means that your immune system is still working okay. So this will not be the case, because if it were, your immune system, you would be feeling a lot of symptoms. So your answer is B. The virus is using the cell to produce copies of itself because it cannot do so by itself. Number 2, here we see a picture of HIV envelope surface markers, also called glycoproteins, also called spikes, also called projections. We also have pictures of cilia, little tiny hair-like things that are around some animal cells. What is the function of the envelope surface markers versus the cilia? Cilia is always used for movement. Envelope surface markers in a virus are going to be used to attach itself to a host, kind of like a lock and key mechanism. Alright, moving on to prokaryotes versus eukaryotes versus viruses. Bacteriophages are viruses that attack and infect bacteria. So this is a virus, this is a bacteria. This one attacks this one. What is the common characteristics that both this virus and this bacteria share? Antibodies. We have not talked about antibodies, therefore it's probably not the answer. Mitosis. We have not talked about mitosis, therefore it's probably not the answer. Identical genes. If anything in life has identical genes, they will look exactly the same. These do not look the same at all, so it is not identical genes. Do not have membrane-bound organelles. This is my right answer, the only one that's left. Neither viruses or bacteria have membrane-bound organelles like ribosomes, nucleus, Golgi apparatus. Neither of these have this. Moving on. Number 4. Prokaryotes do not have. Here, pro means no. Pro means no nucleus. So you have to find the one that says nucleus. Here we have nuclear membrane. That is the same thing as a nucleus. Prokaryotes do not have a nuclear membrane. Number 5. Cell 1 is very tiny and does not have a nucleus. Ooh, does not have a nucleus. Cell 2 is bigger and has a nuclear membrane. It has a nucleus. What kinds of cells are cell 1 and 2? Because cell 1 does not have a nucleus, I'm going to say that this is a prokaryote. And because cell 2 has a nuclear membrane, it has a nucleus, I'm going to say that this is a eukaryote. Eukaryotes are typically bigger than prokaryotes. Alright, number 6, I need to use this little word bank here to label these types of cell/diagrams. So I have prokaryote. Where can I match my prokaryote to? This has a bunch of little organelles. It is very structured. Probably not a prokaryote. This one has spikes around it with nucleic acid inside. Probably not a prokaryote. This one has nucleic acids inside and it has some flagella for movement. This is probably my prokaryote. Next one, eukaryote. Eukaryotes are the most advanced cell types. They have a nucleus, they have membrane-bound organelles. They look very complex, like this one. So this is my eukaryote. And last but not least, we have a virus, the leftover one. We know that this is a virus because it has all of these little projections, spikes, glycoproteins that help it attach to host cells. Moving on. True or false? Bacteria helps create yogurt and cheese. Absolutely true. Bacteria are really helpful in the dairy industry. They help create the yogurt. When you eat probiotic yogurt, you are eating bacteria with the yogurt. True or false? Microorganisms helps with nutrient cycling. Absolutely. In the dirt, you have a bunch of little microorganisms that can be viruses, that can be bacteria, it can be protozoans, and all of these are eating all of the bigger stuff and breaking it down into smaller and smaller parts to get nutrients out of it. Number 9. Euglena are eukaryotes. Cyanobacteria are prokaryotes. What is the main difference between euglena and cyanobacteria? So basically, what is the main difference between eukaryotes and prokaryotes? Pro means no nucleus. So we have to find the one that has nucleus, because eukaryotes do have a nucleus. Eu means do, pro means no. So ability to do homeostasis, we haven't looked at that yet, so probably not it. Presence of nucleic acids, they both do that, so we're looking for a difference. Ability to reproduce, they both do that, we're looking for a difference. And there it is, the main difference, the nuclear membrane. Alright, and last question for this part of the review. What do viruses and cells have in common? Viruses are very simple. They have a protein coat and nucleic acids in front of it, or inside of it. Cells have a bunch of other stuff. The only thing that they have in common is the presence of nucleic acids. They both have genetic information inside.